Joining me now to talk about this and a whole lot more, Marc Lotter, Director of Strategic Communication for the Trump 2020 campaign and former press secretary to Vice President Pence. Great to see you, Marc.
You too, Greg.
I have to ask you about the kerfuffle within the Democratic Party, led by AOC and the Mod Squad of Four. I have another name for them, but there might be kids watching. On Wednesday, AOC said that Pelosi is targeting women of color, which is a not-so-subtle way of calling Pelosi a racist. I mean, you can accuse Pelosi of a lot of things, but racism isn't one of them. Representative William Lacy Clay, who is a Democrat, said this of AOC: "How dare you play the race card?" And he called AOC ignorant, which is a colossal understatement. I mean, with this sort of stuff going on, it's like Christmas every day for Republicans. Every time she opens her yap, it's a gift.
Well, I mean, we are seeing open civil war in the Democrat Party between their really liberal base and their socialist base for the fight over control. I mean, you remember President Trump even defended Nancy Pelosi this morning at the White House before leaving for Milwaukee. So they're going to continue to fight it out. The American people are seeing what it's for, whether it's the liberal wing or the socialist wing. All of their policies are bad for America. And to your point, every time they talk, President Trump wins.
You know, and it's not just Congressman Clay within the Democratic Party that's lashing out openly against AOC, but there are others. We would invite our viewers to go online and read our story on FoxNews.com. A senior Democrat is quoted as saying of AOC, "She's a complete fraud. Her peers don't take her seriously. She's a freshman member of Congress with no power. She's a nobody. She creates endless distractions, skips meetings in favor of media interviews, tweets, and glamour." What do Democrats do, though, with, I mean, she's this gadfly that won't go away.
Well, let's not let her off. Let's not let the Democrats off the hook. I understand they're trying to throw her overboard, but remember her green raw deal that almost every single one of their major party candidates for president has endorsed it. She is controlling the policy think tank, if there is such a thing, of the Democrat Party right now. And so while I understand it's unpopular for them, but all of their Democrat candidates are rallying to her side and her cause. And so we shouldn't let them off the hook this easy just because they're in a food fight. She is actually driving the policy thought of the Democrats right now.
Well, it was interesting. Her chief of staff now says, the Green New Deal, that really wasn't conceived to solve climate change. It was, quote, "How do you change the entire economy thing?" So what is that, a socialist takeover?
Right. I mean, surprise, Republicans and the president were right when we called them out for being socialists. That's what their secret plan is. And, it's all starting to come out right now. And it's going to be very interesting to see how the Democrats deal with this. They've got the policy problem. They've got the radical base problem. And then they have the fact that they've done nothing in Congress problem. Meanwhile, the president's going to continue doing his job, and the American people are just watching.
You know, Joe Biden, I got to throw in a quick one here. He gave a big speech where he said he's for open borders. This from a guy who voted for the Secure Fence Act and railed against illegal immigration. So, I mean, is Joe now pandering to the left to try to get the nomination?
Well, he's absolutely pandering. I mean, that entire foreign policy speech was a complete fraud. It's against everything he's ever done, because even Bob Gates, Obama's defense secretary, said Biden's been wrong on every major national policy issue of the last 40 years. But I'll give you a better way to describe that speech. That speech was a speech of abdication. He actually basically said America should abdicate its place as a world leader unless other countries agree. That's not how it works. We stick up for American interests, especially with President Trump in the White House.
All right. Marc, thank you very much. Marc Lotter, good to see you as always.
Good to see you, Greg.
Thanks.